I'll put it on, all right then. Good evening, members and officers of the Council and members of the public. Welcome to this meeting of the Standards Committee. If the fire alarm is activated, please vacate the offices via the stairs, either through the security doors to the left of myself or opposite the lifts in the foyer. Please do not use the lifts. Please assemble in Hawley Square on the green, and officers will assist you and advise you when it's deemed safe to return to the chamber. Does anyone intend to film the meeting? Any members of the public? No. Please note this meeting is being live streamed for members of the public, except for any item of business where exempt or confidential information is considered following the exclusion of the press and the public from the meeting. This meeting is also being recorded and will be broadcast on the Council's YouTube channel. Could everybody present please ensure their mobile phones are turned to silent and they're not used to make any phone calls in the chamber whilst the meeting is in progress. Does any member wish to speak under Council Procedure Rule 20.1? Apologies have been received from Councillors Garner and Ovenden and Carolyn Rushton, independent member. Are there any other apologies? Fine. I move that the minutes of the meeting held on the 6th of March 2025 be approved and signed as a correct record. Could I have a seconder, please? Take your pick. Unless anyone objects to the minutes, I will take them as agreed. Thank you. Are there any declarations of interest? Item Agenda 4. Mr. Hughes, could you please present the report?
Thank you, Chair. So just a quick overview of the annual report. So over the past year, the Standards Subcommittee has considered 20 complaints regarding councillor behaviour. A quick breakdown of those. So 9 did not meet the initial jurisdiction test. 5 resulted in no further action, including a case that was closed following a member's resignation. 1 case was dealt with via informal dispute resolution. 3 complaints were referred to other departments because they didn't relate to standards cases, and 2 are currently remaining outstanding. 1 we hope to complete by the end of next week. So of those 20 complaints, 15 were made by members of the public, 2 were made by staff, and 3 were made by elected representatives. So that groups together parish and town councils and TDC councillors. Of those complaints, 8 complaints were against TDC councillors, 8 were against town or parish councillors. As I said, 3 weren't related to standards issues, and 1 was a county councillor who, which is obviously outside of our jurisdiction, and we passed it on to KCC. For comparison, there were 32 complaints last year, so that represents a 37.5% drop in the number of complaints received, which is positive. Just to cover the meetings that we had, due to the lack of pending business, specifically because of the way that the constitutional change process now works, has removed standards. So 3 of our scheduled meetings in 2025 were cancelled. However, we did convene last month to discuss dispensations for the leader and other councillors. So that's the summary. Obviously, if the Chair wants to add any further comments, they can. Otherwise, that's the report for you.
I haven't got any further comments. All that comes on my report was that people have made note of the use of social media, which is good to see. Has anybody else got any comments at all? Yes, Councillor Crittenden.
Yeah, I just want to say how nice it is this year to see a reduction in the number of complaints by councillors against councillors, which is what we witnessed last time, and also to see that this year there isn't one that is, there was last year one that had been outstanding for I think about 12 months that had been dragging on, that I remember I mentioned. So it's good to see that we don't have that same situation again this year. So positive, but thank you.
Any other comments? In that case, could I have a proposer and a seconder for the report, please? The report obviously will then go to the next full council meeting, and I think that there was a seconder. Yes, we got a seconder, didn't we? Yes. Yeah. In that case, that concludes the business of this meeting at 7:00.